Now on CoastTV News.
Ex-state auditor Kathy McGinnis, the subject of court action again today, what the state's highest court decided.
Flooding in Fenwick Island, a constant problem. What the Fenwick Town Council is doing to help.
A new initiative from the Milford School District, how families can engage with public education.
And the flooding there is not getting any better. We're going from snowy to wet streets to possibly glazed over sidewalks. And we're seeing conditions quickly change as we're being nicked by this winter storm system.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A win and a loss for former Delaware State Auditor Kathy McGinnis in her corruption trial. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with breaking news.
The Delaware Supreme Court decided today that Kathy McGinnis's conviction for official misconduct must be reversed. Live in the newsroom is CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Mallory, the state's highest court says there was insufficient evidence for the charge.
Maddie, according to this 86-page opinion, the Delaware Supreme Court ruled that McGinnis received a fair trial, but reversed her official misconduct charge. However, the conflict of interest charge remains, and it's all about her daughter. The court upheld McGinnis's conflict of interest conviction, which involved hiring her daughter as a part-time employee in the auditor's office. The Supreme Court stated McGinnis received a fair trial in this conviction, and so that count stays. However, a majority of justices expressed concern that her official misconduct conviction was influenced by a, quote, spillover of evidence, and so a new trial is warranted on this count, but not both. Despite that win, in a statement from McGinnis's attorney Steve Wood, he says, quote, obviously we are disappointed by the decision, but we respect it. We are grateful that we had an opportunity to present our arguments to the court. Again, this is all related to the November 2023 appeal. And despite the reversal of one count, Attorney General Kathy Jennings is calling today's ruling a win, calling the ex-auditor a criminal. Maddie, Charlie.
Thank you, Mallory. Now for some extra context in this case. It's gone on for years, and as today's opinion shows, it's not over. The charges were filed 2 years ago by Attorney General Kathy Jennings, including felony charges. On July 1st, 2022, a jury found McGinnis guilty of 3 of 5 charges. But while finalizing the conviction, Judge William Carpenter tossed out a charge centered around state purchasing rules. 2 months later, McGinnis would lose her bid for re-election as state auditor in the Democratic primary. And then on August 2023, McGinnis filed a lawsuit against Delaware Department of Justice officials that included Attorney General Kathy Jennings for defamation. In November of that year, McGinnis's appeal for her 2 remaining convictions was heard.
That brings us today with the Delaware Supreme Court's ruling. The ball is now in prosecutor's court. So what happens next? The count that was upheld, conflict of interest, that stays on her record. On that count, she was sentenced to 1 year probation and a $10,000 fine. But now that her official misconduct count has been reversed, prosecutors have to decide whether they'll want to have a new trial on that one count or let it go, case is over. A Department of Justice spokesperson tells Coast TV they'll make a decision if they want a new trial in the coming days. Ongoing flooding in Fenwick Island dominated discussion today. At a meeting, council today said their main concern was North Schultz Road, which seems to get the worst of the flooding. Richard Robinson says flooding has been going on since the day he moved in.
First moved into this house 20 years ago as full-time residents. The first night we moved in, the roads were flooded and we had some guests coming and they had a hard time getting in. So it's not a new thing.
The Fenwick Island Council is looking into hiring an engineering firm to further look into the flooding and find possible lasting solutions.
Heading to South Bethany now. If you live in the area, if you frequent the area, canal maintenance and dredging, that's a hot topic. The Canal Water Quality Committee will be meeting to talk about dredging and canal maintenance plan updates. The committee also going to review the updated water quality report. All of this is to be discussed on Monday, February 19th.
As we take a live look right now into Lewis, let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, guys. We actually got a little bit of snow action earlier today. Not enough for it to stick around, but we talked about that ad nauseum yesterday. Now it's still about the flooding. We're still under a warning as of this moment. Our Orsted camera in West OC, we're at 43 degrees at this present time, and we're going to drop to 40 with clear skies and 7 o'clock for this evening. Then we'll stay in the low 40s. We are expecting it to stay clear. Now, as far as the rest of the evening is concerned, I'm not expecting any additional precipitation. We are absolutely clear. This is courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera in Ocean City, but the winds are picking up momentum. They're really rolling. We're looking at 19 mile per hour winds out of the northwest, and temperatures are in the 40s for today. And here's where we stand right now. We still have coastal flood advisories and warnings in our area. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few moments. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. After days evading authorities and multiple high-speed escapes, a 25-year-old Delmar man by the name of Mark Brown was caught by police in the Millsboro area, and we have some harrowing video footage of the moment it happens. Take a look at your screen here. You can see police tackling a man to the ground. In fact, at one point, you can actually see that truck there hitting the man. We know his name is Mark Brown. He was knocked to the ground, and he gets up as a number of officers converge on Brown, bring him down. But this is just the ending to a much longer story. On CoastTV News at 6, we'll break down the chase and the days leading up to the capture by police, as well as local reactions from the community.
This brings us right into our CoastTV poll. We want to know, how do you feel about high-speed police chases? In that case, there were a number that the police actually had to stop because of safety.
Right, and we want to know what you think. And a majority, quite large majority, say case-by-case basis on those high-speed chases, though 19% say they're necessary altogether.
Now, you can get involved in this. It's really easy to do. Go to coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. Let us know what you think.
Well, happening now, voter registration is open for the Ocean View municipal election. The registration period is open until March 25th by 4:30. Voters must have lived in the town for at least 30 days before the election. That's going to happen on April 13th.
After an all-night marathon, the U.S. Senate passed a $95 billion national security package, and it includes funding for Israel, for Ukraine, for Taiwan. But the critical aid for key U.S. allies facing a grim future over in the House. As NBC's Alice Barr reports, House Republicans are more focused on impeaching DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, something they failed to do just last week.
President Biden today making the urgent case for the House to take up a $95 billion aid package for U.S. allies.
Pass this bill immediately. To stand for decency, stand for democracy.
The Senate passed the bill early this morning with 22 Republicans joining almost all Democrats. The bulk of the money goes to Ukraine, along with Israel, humanitarian assistance for Gaza and elsewhere, and U.S. partners countering China.
History is looking upon the United States and seeing if we will stand up for our values, stand up to bullies like Putin, and do the right thing.
House Speaker Mike Johnson reaffirming that the House will not consider national security legislation without new border policy.
National security begins with border security. We have said that all along.
Despite having declared a previous version of the bill with border money dead on arrival, the Speaker saying it didn't go far enough. Republicans are under pressure from former President Trump to reject the new Senate foreign aid package, echoing his objections.
$95 billion, and not a penny of that goes to anything for any American.
Underscoring the deep divides over border security, House Republicans trying again today to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, blaming him for record border crossings. The House fell one vote short of impeaching Mayorkas last week.
All the Republicans be back.
The effort will die in the Democrat-controlled Senate as Congress struggles to break through gridlock on several fronts. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
In your health news, isolation may no longer be necessary if you have COVID-19 and have been fever-free for 24 hours with mild or improving symptoms. That's according to the Washington Post, which reports the CDC is expected to ease COVID-19 guidance this spring. Since 2021, the agency has said people should isolate for at least 5 days after a positive test and then continue to mask. The updated guidance would bring COVID-19 in line with guidance for other respiratory viruses, such as the flu.
Do you hear that clickety-clack sound? Pickleball news. It's a sport that's popularity has just soared, but experts say so have the numbers of injuries that are linked to pickleball. During a meeting of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons on Monday, new figures gathered by the government show that those injuries are rising. The data said bone fractures related to pickleball are up 200% over the past 20 years. The new figures show that most of the fractures, more than 90%, that happens during falls.
The Milford School District has announced a new initiative for families and community members to participate in. Community Compass, navigating your experience in public education, will offer families to take part in community engagement and information sessions. That's during the monthly Board of Education executive sessions. Those are held at 6 o'clock each month. The first installment will be held February 26th at the Morris Early Childhood Center. Coming up, you can make your voice heard about proposed changes to hunting seasons and bag limits in Maryland.
And frosty temps meet floodwaters in the streets and could be a very bad combination for drivers near tidal waterways.
But first, up, down, the same. How is the U.S. economy doing? We're going to break down the latest consumer price index numbers. That's right after the break.
When your job feels humdrum, you can still find that fun. I take a chance, I do. Or you spend the whole day working that 5-game parlay.
I'll take Philly +2.
When taking a chance becomes a victory dance, it's so fun to do. Or you go money line, it comes through, you feel fun.
More than fun, it's true.
Life would be dull if we never took a chance. Bet Rivers. Take a chance.
Be careful when getting quotes for a new roof. There may be important things left out. Always ask, are they properly licensed and insured? Are they installing the proper amount of ice and water shield? Are they removing and replacing your siding to install new flashing? Are they checking the attic and soffit for ventilation? Are they protecting your home during installation? When you choose Spicer Brothers, you can have peace of mind that your new roof and all the details will be professionally installed for a lifetime.
To learn more, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The President's Sale is going on now at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2027, and an extra 15% off. Get this gorgeous 3-piece sectional, now only $29.99.95. Or this 4-piece queen bedroom set, only $17.88.95. The President's Sale, now through President's Day Monday, at all 4 locations of Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
When you smoke inside, you're not the only one who inhales. Secondhand smoke causes cancer and heart disease in adults, and respiratory problems in children, and SIDS in infants. If you smoke or vape, take it outside.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
The latest consumer price index shows that inflation, it is easing, coming in at just over 3% for the 12 months that ended in January.
The CPI looks at a group of common expenses like food and rent and how their prices have changed. It's a key data point showing how the economy is doing, as Amy Kiley reports.
Our economy is our business.
So, how is that business doing? A key inflation gauge out today helps answer that question. The Consumer Price Index looks at a collection of typical household goods and services and how their prices change over time. It's facing upward pressures like recent gas prices inching higher and Mideast unrest endangering the global supply chain. But the CPI's overall trend for the past year or so is largely down. On the business side, that's also true for the Producer Price Index. Data like that has some economists feeling pretty optimistic.
The world economy is now
poised for this soft landing we have been dreaming for.
The Consumer Confidence Survey shows Americans are starting to believe in that soft landing. Another sign of optimism is the Dow Jones setting a new record high yesterday. President Joe Biden is trumpeting the positive trends, proclaiming that the economy is doing well.
I've kept my commitment to leave no one behind, to rebuild an economy from the middle out and the bottom up.
But life isn't the same as before the pandemic. Prices are still historically high, and consumer confidence has yet to rebound completely. Many political challengers are emphasizing that.
This is the time that we need to be sober and start realizing what we need to do to fix things.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Inundation turns icy. I'll help to see the potential of this mix of meteorological terms for you could possibly cause some mayhem to your morning.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Jump at your chance to win big at Ocean Downs with Leap into 24. Shoot a frog onto a lily pad to win free play. Plus, earn finalist entries for a chance at $24,000 cash. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Next Jeopardy!
We're lending you a poker hand.
And it's a full house of returning champs going all in to make it to the semifinals.
Tuesday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Uncover the perfect blend of comfort, innovation, and safety at Gateway Subaru. And right now, it's your choice. Choose what fits your lifestyle and budget. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Forester for only $299 a month. Or take advantage of financing rates as low as 2.9%. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month. Or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Gateway Subaru, where every choice leads to a new adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
NBC Nightly News. Weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Well, we had our fair, or at least our small sliver and slice of this monster of a winter storm that's causing havoc for a lot of other folks. We, quite frankly, quite fortunate. Our tunnel razor camera in Lewis indicating we're at 42 degrees, dew point of 29 with the winds out of the northwest at 7 miles per hour. Now, we're going to have a constant clearing of the skyline for the rest of this evening because high pressure is taking over. So it's a good idea for you to go ahead and scan the QR code in the corner so you can keep up with the changes because there's a big freeze that's headed in our direction you're going to need to know about. And let's say you're a little bit intimidated by that app. I understand. That's why we went ahead and created a telephone line for you for the weather, 443-880-9100. The forecast, just a call away. This is Scott's courtesy of Baird, Mandelis, Brockstead, and Federico Law Firm. Appreciate you guys doing that because they made sure that you could have access to that information by phone. So our coastal flood warning has been downgraded to an advisory, but still we're mindful of the problems around Bay City area. So, for example, who's affected by this? Bottom Hills, Landing Road, Herring Landing, Long Neck, in those areas. Now you notice as we're going along the water, Oak Orchard, Israel Hall, Bullseye, okay? This affects folks in Holiday Acres and all the way up into Millsboro. I mean, if you're next to any kind of water, bay or along the coast, That's where that problem comes in, because low-lying areas are going to be inundated. At least we're going to have that concern during the evening high tide. Now let's take a look at some of the effects of that winter storm as it grazed by us, literally now. Slaughter Beach had nearly an inch of quarter, more than an inch in Lewis, Indian River Inlet, Bethany Beach, and Prime Hook, and just shy of a full inch of rain had fallen in Dagsboro. A wider view shows that we had about an inch, just over an inch in Ocean City, just over a half an inch at the official Georgetown site, and 2/3 of an inch in Salisbury. More numbers: 0.95 in Harbison, 0.89 in Del Mar, and 1/8 of an inch in a lot of other areas like Glendale, Greenwood, and Stockley, Rehoboth Beach, and Laurel at the airport. Right now, we're at 42 degrees, and we're sitting in cruise control right now because we are clear. Wednesday morning, I was concerned about this. I'm feeling a little bit better. 32 degrees by 6 o'clock, but the sun's up by then, so I'm hoping that this will prevent us from seeing a hard freeze on the roads because of the water that's left over. We're only going to get up to 41 degrees during the day, but we'll have a lot of sunshine. Thursday, we start off cloudy, and Thursday, we start off lower. But most of the rain should be out of the way because the breezy conditions drying things up, so that's good. One quick note, freeze. That's what I'm concerned about now. We're going to look at a big-time hard freeze on Thursday, Sunday, and then possibly a light freeze on Monday. So tonight, 32, temps will plummet down to 32 degrees. 42 for tomorrow, but a freezing start, but a biting breeze. 25-mile-per-hour gusts, and it's going to be brutal tomorrow. Let me say that again. The wind is going to be brutal tomorrow. I know you weren't paying attention, so I had to do it that way. 46 on Thursday, early, then the bright afternoon. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. Don't forget, guys and ladies, for those of you who have to buy the Valentine's Day stuff, you got tonight. Get it together.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that one. Happening now, the Maryland Department of Natural Resources wants your input on hunting season and bag limits. The department is encouraging the public to provide feedback on the proposed changes to the upcoming 2024 to 2026 hunting trapping seasons. The comment period is open until February 26th. You can find the comment forms on our website, CoastTV.com.
Delaware anglers take note. Tidbury Pond near Dover and Newton Pond near Greenwood. They're off limits for all fishing from February 17th to March 1st. The point is to gear up for the 2024 trout season. The youth-only opening day kicks off at 7 a.m. on March 2nd for those under 16. The season opens for everybody, though, the next day. Denrick says both ponds will be stocked with over 300 pounds of rainbow trout, my favorite, including trophy-sized catches. Remember, a Delaware fishing license and trout stamp are required. The proceeds support next year's stocking.
Coming up, connecting towns. Worcester County wants to improve the trail system. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County. Whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Ashley's President's Day mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $800 on select Purple adjustable mattress sets, or receive a $699 instant gift with the purchase of any Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress set, plus special financing options at Ashley.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
On Wheel, it's all about big money, big money, big money.
Big money! The money is just flowing here.
Tuesday at 7 on Coast TV. Get live satellite and radar. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Ashley's President's Day mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $800 on select Purple adjustable mattress sets, or receive a $699 instant gift with the purchase of any Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress set, plus special financing options at Ashley.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Worcester County is on the move with a plan to improve trails, and they need your input to do that. The Chamber of Commerce wants to hear from the public, wants to hear their ideas, their priorities for a route map and concept for the Greenway Trail Master Plan. The county looking for ways to connect networks throughout towns, as well as improving safety for bikers, for walkers along roadways. The first public meeting about this plan will take place on February 20th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Berlin Public Library.
The Delaware Department of Health and Social Services has unveiled a resource for tracking healthcare progress known as the Benchmark Trend Report Dashboard. In partnership with the Delaware Healthcare Commission, the dashboard found on the state's website offers an interactive view of healthcare spending and quality data comparing across multiple years. According to the state, information is broken down by state, market, and insurer level spending, as well as types of insurance and total healthcare enrollment. We'll be right back.
It's the President's Sale at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2027, and an extra 15% off through President's Day Monday at Johnny Janosic Furniture and Mattresses.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, you're always a local at Beach Barrels in North Ocean City. Enjoy great times and great vibes at our unique bar. Try our award-winning Primo Hoagies that are made fresh to order. Cheer on your favorite sports team on our numerous big screens. Our live music scene is out of this world, hosting the area's best local and regional acts. Come in, grab a seat, or enjoy our brand new outside deck featuring beautiful palm trees, comfy seating with a tropical vibe. We're open every day from 10 a.m. till 2 a.m. See you at Beach Barrels, 133rd and Coastal Highway.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. Part of what I do is represent the families of people who've been killed in tractor-trailer accidents. The law for tractor-trailer accidents is different from regular car accidents. If you need help with one of these cases, then it's important that you find a trial lawyer with experience handling commercial motor vehicle collision cases. I hope you never get tangled up with a big rig, but if you do, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
It's kind of cute that she thinks I don't notice. But I really appreciate how she's always looking after me. Sometimes she thinks she's fooling me, but she isn't. Do the boys at work give me grief about my hummus? Oh, you bet. But it's a small price to pay for a woman who cares. Hey, babe.
Hey. You're always there for them.
Okay, we're all ready.
And we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Zysol works faster than Claritin, and on first dose provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Give a little love.
Find gifts at every price for all the loves in your life. Give love, give style at Macy's.
It's the President's Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic, and everything's on sale. Purchase any mattress of $16.99 or more and get a free pillow set, free sheet set, and up to $600 off an adjustable base. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
Take a look at our Tyndall casual furniture camera in Laurel. We have the winds out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour, temperature of 43. Will drop down to 40 by 7 o'clock and 39 by 9 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Coastal flood advisory now in effect, no longer under a warning, but an advisory, and that actually holds true for the folks up in Kent County as well. Finally, as you take a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast, we're looking at a chance of a little snow possibly happening for us on Saturday, but that's, enjoy for Valentine's Day.
Oh, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition's up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.